In life, we all have role models. We have people we admire, people we look up to. And role models are all about good character, good conduct. There is no gender that is better than another when it comes to conduct. Even in the eyes of Allah in Surah Al-Hujurat, He says superiority in His eyes is based on our God consciousness, on our character, on behavior. Men and women are both meant to be torchbearers, both meant to be role models of Islam in everything we do, not only in our character, in our conduct, in the utterances, the words that come out of our mouths. So Allah makes that responsibility for both men and for women, and there's so much to be done, but we can't do everything. However, we can start somewhere. Everybody here has somebody they admire, somebody they look up to. What is it you see in others that makes you wish you could be like them? What is it you admire in others? How do we become like those we admire? Most importantly, how do we become the ones that others will admire? We all have responsibility. Everybody here has something that they do that they're responsible for. And often we find there isn't enough time to do everything. We get bogged down with routines. We wake up in the morning, we have things we do, and at the end of the day we reflect. And often we find there's still stuff we have not been able to do or accomplish. We have long to-do lists. Often things we really want to do, but we find that we are at the bottom of our own to-do list and at the top of other people's agenda. So we have to satisfy their needs first before we start working on ourselves. We get overwhelmed and burnt out. There was a man who was walking in the woods one day, and he saw another man trying to cut down a huge tree. So as he kept watching this guy, he kept hacking away at this tree. He noticed the man was not making any progress. All he saw was about just a couple inches of that tree having been cut, and this man was using an axe. He watched him hacking, and still no progress. So he asked him, "Sir, what are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm trying to cut down this tree." He said, "But you don't seem to be making any progress." He said, "Yeah, I know. My axe is blunt." He said, "So why don't you go sharpen your axe?" The man said, "No, I don't have time. I'm too busy for that." He continues hacking away, making absolutely no progress. A lot of us feel like this man. A lot of us feel that we are spinning our wheels, but we're not going anywhere. We're busy, but we're not productive. We're busy, but we're ineffective. We're busy, but we're not going forward. We need to get ourselves in order. We need to sharpen our own saws for us to be that inspiration for others, for us to be the light for others. So we need to sharpen our saw. Sometimes we reach a stage in our lives where we want change. We want something different, something new. We feel this emptiness inside, that something is missing and that we could be more, we could do more. Or sometimes we admire others, how they conduct themselves, what they are doing, and we wish we could be like that. We want more meaning in our lives, more fulfillment. We want to feel that we have a greater purpose than what we are doing now. We want to be closer to Allah. We want to have a reason to wake up in the morning. Sometimes you want to shine, but you feel your battery is running low. You could do more, but something is holding you back. We have all had and all have dreams and expectations of things we want to be, what we want to do at this stage in our lives. Are you living your dream now? What you started doing years ago, is that what you're doing today? What was your vision of what you thought you'd be doing? Are you feeling fulfilled with your daily actions, what you're doing? Are you content? Are you satisfied? Are you living your best life? Are you on track? Or do you feel deep inside that you are worth more than what you are today, but something is weighing you down? What is holding you back? What is that thing that's holding you back? Those goals you want to achieve, are they not significant? Are they not meaningful? Or are you your own self-saboteur? Are you the one who's giving excuses as to why you cannot do and why you cannot be? As role models of the faith and promoters of Islamic values, as role models, how can we execute the trust that Allah has bestowed upon us to live a meaningful life? Because Allah wants us to be useful, to live a life with substance and meaning. And He has placed this huge responsibility on our shoulders. He has given us a massive responsibility, and He says in Surah Al-An'am, "For He it is who has made you vicegerents." For He it is who has made you vicegerents, His khalifas, His representatives, His ambassadors. For He it is who has made us His representatives on this earth. What does representing Allah mean to you? How much thought have you given to the fact that Allah wants you to represent Him as His ambassador? For He it is who has made you. It's not that He's saying He's going to make you, but He has made you His ambassadors on earth. Do you ever give it much thought? What does it mean to represent Allah? How does it affect the way you think? How does representing Allah affect the way you speak, the way you talk to people, the way Allah would? How does it affect the way you behave with your family, friends, at school, at work? How are you representing Allah in all your interactions? Representing Allah means behaving the way Allah would if He were here on earth. It is using all the gifts that He has blessed us with to represent Him well, to serve Him, to be useful to ourselves and to be useful to others. Allah has equipped us with all the tools we need to represent Him. Some of us, unfortunately, start looking at others and believing Allah has blessed some more than us, either from the background they come from, the wealth they have, their education, and we say this person has a head start. They are more privileged. Allah has blessed